I used to think that I had to be in a calorie deficit 24/7 or working out 6 to 7 days a week intensely to look the way that I wanted to look. And the funny part is when I was doing that, I felt the most puffy, inflamed, miserable that I've ever felt. And I was constantly critiquing my body versus me now, which is on the right here, where I do resistance training 3 times a week and I do not stress about food. I can go to dinner with the girls, have wine, have pizza, and not feel like I'm ruining my progress in any way. Sometimes we think doing more, applying more control, more intensity is going to get the results that we want, but often it can backfire. And I know that it works in your career. When I was in sales and I was making more cold calls and I was managing a team and getting my team to do more, of course that worked. But the fact of the matter is our body just does not respond the same way. The more control you put on food, the more control you put on the physical outcome, the harder it actually can get. Now, I'm not saying the physical part isn't important. Of course, we all want to feel great in our body, but if we're only focusing on the physical and we're not focusing on how we feel, then it's going to be really hard to actually maintain those results. So for me, one of the biggest shifts I made in my fitness journey to go from here to here was actually starting to focus on the process rather than the outcome. That meant choosing to show up in a way that would make me feel really good, not feel miserable or not doing it out of punishment. So instead of going to the gym just to burn calories, I was going to actually feel capable and strong in my body. Instead of eating healthy to lose weight, I was eating in a way that I know would nourish me and make me feel energized. When we change from showing up out of punishment to showing up out of self-respect and self-love, that creates positive reinforcement. You stop looking for external validation and you start showing up because you want to. So what happens when you lose the weight and you look the way that you want to look? You actually want to continue. And I know as a high performer, you want results really quickly. You do not want to waste time. But at the end of the day, if you're taking an extreme, that's actually probably taking you longer because of all the stopping and restarting than if you had just done it the sustainable way in the first place.